Hi everyone, it's Shel from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. Today's day 15 in the 2024 Countdown to Christmas series with Marie from Marie's Remote Creations. Our technique for today is double stenciling, and we're going to start off with a piece of 3x4 white cardstock, putting it in the stamp wheel because we're going to be doing our first layer of stenciling. I believe this stencil is from Kindred Stamps, and we're going to use Distress Oxide and Evergreen Bowl to lightly go over the stenciled image. You want a nice light layer down here because you are going to be putting multiple layers on it. So if you put it down too dark, you're really going to have to find a much darker color to go over top of it. So I wanted to avoid the trunk. We will be using, I think it's Scorched Timber. Yes, Scorched Timber to do the trunk in a minute. I lay down my first layer of color and then I do go back and darken up all of the edges around the sides of both the trees. I wanted it to have that highlight in the middle. And I do have to apologize that this video is late. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning and took a flight back from Orlando. I was in Disney for 6 days and 5 nights. We did the Christmas party and it was so much fun. We had such a great time. The only thing I didn't get to ride that I wanted to ride was Slinky Dog because the waits were 75 to 105 minutes long and it was just pure craziness and we couldn't get a lightning lane even though we did buy them. But anyway, so now we're going back to the card and we're going to do the second part of the technique, which is the double part of the stenciling. So when you do double stenciling, you really want to have one image that is mainly open. You want to have as much surface area as possible. And then the second one, you want to have some type of pattern on it. So this one is from a Colorful Life Designs, and I love this pattern. Let me see if I can pull the stencil out and see what it is. It's called Striped Zigs, and it just looks so nice over top of the stencil. I love when you pull the stencils away and you can see the image form. This helps with, you know, a little bit of depth and dimension, but it also helps give some texture to the image. So once that image was done, I decided to go around the edges with whatever color I had on that brush. And while I'm doing that, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the series. If you have not already checked out the intro video, I will have that linked in the more information section. Make sure you check that out. I will also have a link to Marie's channel. This is the second year that we've done this series. So at the end, you will have 100 videos for inspiration for holiday projects. And just a reminder that Wednesday is 5 weeks till Christmas, which is super crazy. Wednesday is actually my birthday, and I was born exactly 5 weeks before Christmas. Really crazy. It will be here before you know it. So I will also leave a link to my playlist from years ago. I have a lot of my Christmas series videos posted on that link. I've been doing this for a while, and like I said, Marie and I have been doing this for 2 years. All right, now back to the card. I am using this Marvy Snow, I think it's a Marvy Snow pen. I did not like it. It looked like yellow snow, and that's not really appetizing when you want to do a nice Christmas card. So I'm going to put that to the side, and we will come back and fix that in a minute. I'm now taking a piece of white cardstock that measures 4 by 5 1/4 and going over the entire thing with the Evergreen Bowl Distress Oxide. You do not have to have this perfect because we're actually going to run it through the die cut machine and 3D emboss it. So this is a 3D embossing folder from Honeybee Stamps, and I believe it's called Into the Woods. I love it. This is probably one of my favorite. I use it every Christmas. So I am going to be inking up the inside with pine needles. I should have done this backwards. I should have inked up the back half of it. I thought I had marked this one off, but I clearly didn't, and I knew that I was going to do the wrong side. But we will fix that again. Everything is fixable. I thought I had marked it, but I marked the snowflake one and not this one. So I start by going around the edges with a little bit of Evergreen Bowl, and then I realized that because those are raised areas that I want to be a little bit darker, I'm going to go with the pine needles over top of it. So you do have a bunch of different colors in here, and again, this helps with the depth and dimension and texture for the background. I'm going to use my my Barely Arts glue to go ahead and attach the image to the background. And then we are going to get ready to do the card base. So I took a piece of really light blue cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 11 inches. And then on the 11-inch side, I scored it by 5 1/4. So that will give you a top folding A2 size card. And then once that is done, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to use my Hero Arts Unicorn Lacquer pen. After I attach that whole card front to the card base. I wasn't sure. I knew I didn't really like the white of the way that the yellow snow was kind of turning out. So I did go back in with the Unicorn Lacquer pen. Mine does not work really well. You'll see here that I kind of chased some bubbles around. I did have a bunch of them in here. My camera unfortunately ran out of space because I have so many videos and pictures from the Disney trip that I have to go through and do something with, but you will see most of this where I'm using the lacquer pen, and you can see the bubbles in that. So if anybody knows how to use this lacquer pen better, or if theirs does it, or maybe I just got a faulty one, let me know in the comments. So I'm going to use my pokey tool to just go ahead and try to pop those bubbles. It was really, really tough because they did not want to pop in a lot of the cases. So that is going to be the card design for today. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you have comments or questions, feel free to leave them below, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.